Ah yes, the 7th episode, the penultimate to the final conclusion. And I have to say audience, I lied to you in my last video. I said episode 6 was my favourite, but I was wrong. Dead wrong with AIDS. This episode is utterly beautiful, a masterpiece of cinema, and all those far-right extremists with their Ben Shapiro DVDs and gender pronoun helium balloons can go to hell. We need a second season as a matter of urgency. Hell, this should be a never-ending Canadian EastEnders paid for entirely by the Canadian taxpayers to apologise for being Canadian. Long live the dirty, dirty criminal scumbags. Shall we begin? And here we are in Canadian jail, where all those guys are getting processed after being arrested in the last episode. Well, that's pure justice. So let's head to Angry Cop Lady, who's currently inspecting the bow that Copy Robyn stole in the first episode. And well, here comes Asian May Lady, who's like, "Sup, Angry Cop Lady? I guess the Scum Towers can now rest easy knowing that you've disarmed such a dangerous criminal gang." And she said that really sarcastically, as if the Total Social Justicing hip-hop band are no threat to anybody. Which makes no sense, since she must know by now that those criminal scumbags have conducted armed robbery, assaulted multiple people, attempted to murder a guy, kidnapped John Prince's son, Grand Theft Auto, and are literal drug dealers using stolen drugs. What the fuck is wrong with this script? Anyway, Asian May Lady tells her, "What you did in the last episode, you know, when you and John Prince showed the world exactly what those criminal scumbags do day in and day out, well, it wasn't cool, you dildo. And now that you've arrested all of them, I've had mostly peaceful protests all morning trying to get them released." So let's head to Commie Robyn a little later, who's just been put in a cage where she belongs. But wait a minute, who built the cages? Who built the cages, Joe? Single mum is like, "You can't do this to us, it's illegal." But Angry Cop Lady tells her, when El Salvador locked up all their criminal scumbags, they became the safest country in Latin America. I've just did the same to shithole Sherwood. Now until you tell me who the Hood are, you're all stuck here. "Oh, the Hood aren't here," breathes random Wakanda Forever lady. "The Hood are still out there on the streets, committing crimes that border terrorism." Scene transmission where Angry Cop Lady is now interrogating Afro Man, saying, "You've got no fingerprints, you have no name on our database, and we cannot recognize your face at all. And even worse, Leah, you have subdermal implants under your skin. Who are you, Fat Santa?" "I'm the machine," he says, "the man who knows his rights." What rights? You don't exist on our database," says Angry Cop Lady as taser noises begin sounding in the background. Flip-flop to Commie Robyn, and they're now getting food thrown at them that they'll no doubt fight each other over like the savages they are. While Single Mum tells Commie Robyn, "I've been arrested many times for protesting. Most of the time it was with your mum, and this time it's different. Angry Cop Lady, she ain't fucking around. Maybe the Hood should just turn themselves in and get this over and done with." But here comes Afro Man, who's getting escorted back with burnt out fingers. So they start selecting the next criminals to interrogate, and these include Commie Robyn, while Angry Cop Lady starts playing nursery rhymes on the speakers to send all those guys insane, just like they do at Guantanamo Bay. And trust me guys, I've had to listen to a shitload of nursery rhymes because of Little Crap Riding Jr., and ripping your ears off after 5 minutes doesn't do it justice. So hopefully all those guys in there will go insane and straight up die to death. So what's going on in that interrogation room? Well, it looks like they're all being made to exercise while being pushed by the Angry Cop Lady to reveal who the Hood are. A nice one! Ensuring your prisoners get a healthy dose of exercise can aid to their rehabilitation. So hopefully you'll get their answers and they'll have a great workout. But hold on guys, here comes Social Services saying, "I've been sent by the May Lady who's accusing you of violating criminal rights because, well, for some reason they have them." But Angry Cop Lady ain't having any of it, saying, "Look bitch, I'm after some really dirty criminal scumbags here who have committed a shopping list of crimes. No one cares about your huggy hippie zero bail, everyone's a victim, social crap. It only emboldens the criminals to go further next time." Interrogation over, where social justice worker gets interviewing the detained criminals. As part of her investigation, "Hey Afro Man," she asks, "what the fuck happened to your fingers?" "It was a monster," he says. "It was a big pink furry monster that attacked me." "Oh," she replies, I didn't realise that you were on drugs. No, says little simp John. It's because they removed the implants underneath his skin that regulate his anxiety, so he's now having withdrawals. Okay, let's get this straight. So he is actually on drugs, just not right now. She fucking nailed it. Well, hopefully they'll all get clockworked orange by the end of this episode. So let's head to Big Man John Prince, who's just meeting up with Asian Mayor Lady saying, "Sup bitch, I heard that you were coming by." Yes, she replies, and I also heard that you were looking to get Bill C-121, you know, the bill to nuke Scum Towers, moved up by a week. I am, says John Prince, because I'm getting fed up of waiting. Oh, I can't believe you're doing this, she says. And I know it's you who geniusly set up the last episode to get everyone arrested, just so you can improve the Canadian town that I mayor over. But I'm gonna stop you, John Prince. I'm gonna stop you big time. Oh yes, pretty much the Canadian equivalent of London Mayor Sadiq Khan. You know, the guy who tells people not to stare at each other on the tube, or they'll get arrested, but is more than happy to see the streets soaked in blood day in and day out. Oh, what a fucking clown world. Anyway, John Prince tells her, "You see this, Mayor Lady? It's a medieval torture device. Our ancestors used to use it on a woman's vagina who had adulted on their husband. So don't fuck with me, it'll happen to you." But Mayor Lady doesn't respond the way how John Prince thought she would, saying, "You think you can scare me with her expanding dildos when they call me the finger-licking deep-fried bucket of Sherwood? They're not talking about my KFC addiction." Flip-flop back to the Obama cages, where Jetpack Lady is trying to grab a... well, I actually have no idea what that is, but she just cannot reach it. But here comes the social justice worker to pass it over to her, saying, "Hey, your name is Michelle, right?" "No," she replies. "My name is Jetpack Lady because in episode 1, I was designing a jetpack in a community room. Yes, I'm very smart for no reason." "That's great," says Social Justice. "Would you like to answer some questions for me?" "No," replies Jetpack Lady. "But when is the Asian Mayor Lady gonna get us out of here? I need to commit more crime." "Hey, Social Justice," calls Commie Robyn. "If you really want to help us scumbags who are facing the consequences of our actions, smuggle me a phone in here so I can call someone. But if I do that, I can lose my job," she says. "But hang on, I know you. You're Mama Wills' daughter, right?" "Oh, bro, she did the best sit-in protest at City Hall a few months back, and I even got to go home because we couldn't get in. And I'm not even joking, that was part of the script. Imagine spending the entirety of your life being a professional whinger on the dole with 2 daughters from 2 different fathers in a shitbox flat living with shit people, and your own daughter is a leader of a violent criminal gang with a condom cookie jar. Oh, directorx, you mad dog. You've written a story about the literal toilet bowl of society." Anyway, Commie Robyn is like, "You need to get us out of here. These guys are being really mean to us. They did stuff like, you know, arrest us for the crimes that we literally committed and are now giving us our comeuppance." But Social Justice tells her, "Look, I can't. I'm only here to investigate, but I will write it down in my report. For now, you just need to reveal who the Hood are." So let's head to Scum Towers, where Sister Commie has come out of the vent that she was hiding in the last episode and is entertaining David in her apartment. Remember, the guy from episode 2 that everyone forgot about? But fucking no! This is unbelievable, guys! Dave has just seen the cookie jar in the kitchen, so goes to get himself a sugary snack, but is absolutely surprised to find it filled to the brim with condoms. Who puts a cookie jar with condoms in the kitchen? Oh yeah, she does. And Sister Commie is totally embarrassed about it, saying, "Oh no, my family are so embarrassing. They're also a bunch of criminals." But Dave is pretty cool about it, saying, "Look, every family has secrets, it's no big deal." And oh, that's some kind of foreshadowing to the plot, I bet. Soon transmission back to the Obama cages, where social justice worker is telling the guard man, "Everyone in the cage seems really angry right now. Can I pass them some tampons, please? It might help calm them down." "Sure," he says. "It's better that than attracting bears." So she goes in and hands the box to Commie Robyn. But that's not containing feminine hygiene products, it's a mobile phone. So she calls her sister saying, "Hey, we're in Canadian Guantanamo, and I have no idea where we are. You need to save us somehow by using the power of plot convenience." But here comes the sheriff, who takes the phone off her saying, well, that was a really dumb move. Just for that, I'm gonna go torture a bunch of guys, including your cuck-shed simp man Little John, and it'll all be your fault." While Sister Commie is telling Dave, "This is a really big Otto SpaghettiOs right now. They've got my sister in the Obama cages." "What about the Hood?" asks Dave. "Surely they can help rescue her." But Sister Commie shows him the mask, saying, "I found these in a community room. I think they're actually in the cages with them, and that's really bad. So Dave asks, did Commie Robyn tell you where they were? No, replies Sister Commie, but there was a song in the background. Here, let me hum it to you for some kind of reason. And would you believe it? Dave knows the song somehow. Literally somehow. So it's story time when he tells her, I'm actually an illegal immigrant. Well, they're all just a bunch of criminal scum here. Ugh, my family came here asking for asylum, and the Canadians locked us up and deported my father after taking us to a detention center with that very song playing. I think I know where we need to go to save them. So let's head there where little simp man is tied up with his tits out telling angry cop lady, this is torture, it's totally wrong. And you better not attach some jump cables to my nipples and then connect it to a car battery. It would be so painful. And even worse, Leah, if you put two of them in series. What? Replies angry cop lady? That's totally sick, bro. We're not that depraved. Hey, you know what? How's about you just give me some names and I'll let you all go free. But he won't say anything because he's just a scumbag. So it's time for the friendly taser bunny to begin tasing some nip-nips. But it turns out that's not a giant bunny rabbit. According to Google, they don't exist anymore because it was social justice worker all along. Oh, I bet the audience crapped their pants at that masterclass of a twist. It's just like the plot twist in The Usual Suspects, but for poor people. How's John Prince? Guys, he's doing fantastic and he's watching the news anchorman tell the story of his time in that dirty Sherwood in the last episode where he witnessed gang violence. And he's blaming it all on the failures of the mayor, who conveniently has just rolled up, and John Prince tells her, my plan has worked perfectly. Your days in office are now numbered for going against me. You think this is going to take me down, screeches the mayor lady? Well, actually, yes, replies John Prince. The political pressure will become too much for you and you will resign. And he's totally right. I mean, a lettuce outlasted our last Prime Minister. So some mayor from a shitbox town ain't gonna outlast a soggy cucumber now, is she? But John Prince is a very smartly man and is devilishly handsome, telling her, there is a way that we can fix this, mayor lady. Join the dark side. I'll give you money, security, and all of your children the best jobs when they're old, Leah. So come on, toots, take the deal and let's pass Bill C-121 together. Immediate flip to the kissing cages where Commie Robyn tells Social Lady, you know that totally social justing hip hop band called The Hood? Well, I actually heard that they didn't just steal John Prince's car, they also stole a whole load of money too. And if you get me out of here, I think I know where it is so we can steal it and then share it together. Oh, that sounds great. I like money, says the social justice worker. Hey, Guardman, I would like to talk in private with Commie Robyn. So they head into a room together. But it was a ruse all along, and now Commie Robyn is stroking the fuck out of the social justice worker. Well, even when in detention for crimes she actually committed, she's still committing crimes. Only the chair can stop her now. What's happening outside? Well, Sister Commie and Dave have just arrived and somehow knew exactly where the black site was. And they're also wearing the Hood gear because they're going to pretend that they're the social justice guys to distract the policemen. But just like the rest of the criminal scum here, they see a bus and immediately plan to steal it. While Commie Robyn herself is tying up the social justice worker saying, I know you're working from the inside. It's a double cross and you're trying to get us to confess. Not cool, bro. Whatever happened to Wakanda forever? Damn, she says. And I would have gotten away with it if it was not for your stunning and brave. So Commie Robyn goes to a locker and finds a giant rabbit costume saying, oh, you're that monster that Afro Man mentioned earlier, aren't you? Yes, says the social worker. It is easy to claim police brutality in court. But if they say it was a giant bunny rabbit that beat the shit out of them, then they'll just think that they're mental. And that's a great plan, and I approve and say we should do more of it. So here she comes dressed up in a bunny suit to save little simp man John, while angry cop lady stumbles upon the social justice worker and is like, what? How the fuck did this happen? So for some reason, goes straight to the cages and then gets inside of it asking for where Commie Robyn is. Instead of like, you know, just looking from the outside. I mean, it's a cage, you've got clear visibility. Well, that's great because she's now being tased by little simp man and has been tied up with a bunny rabbit helmet on, while the rest are waiting to escape as very smart jetpack lady lockpicks a padlock. Oh man, is there literally anything she can't do? Well, actually yes, audience, there is something that she cannot do. Spend one bloody day not committing crime. They all head outside and are completely shocked that they don't know where they are. But hold those telephones, guys, because Sister Commie and Dave, conveniently turned up in a stolen bus at the precise time they needed to. So where do those guys go? Do they go off to a safe house? Maybe go on the run for a while? Nah, they head right back to their shitbox apartment in their shit-stained scum towers. And it's really nice and lovely because here comes little simp man saying, "Hey commie Robyn, I've just left my cuck shed and I want you." Great, she says, so let's do the sex, but not before grabbing a condom from the cookie jar. So they finish doing the sex, and then there's a knock on the door, so commie Robyn goes to see what it is. That's strange, it's a letter. And oh my sweet baby jeebus, it's an eviction notice because John Prince won. Bill C-121 has passed and Scum Towers is set to get nuked and it will wipe out all the crime in the city. And here he is in his penthouse and he's doing a victory dance. I absolutely love this guy. Episode finish. Hands down, I absolutely love this show. John Prince is an utter big daddy and those dirty social justicing hip hop scumbags deserve every bit of comeuppance that they got in Canadian jail and even more than that. Big shout out to our Patreon boys and guys. Stephen P, Taylor J, Hetzer J, ConspiracyQuery.net, the wonderful Mr. Wolf, and of course, the Mighty Pen.
Subscribe button.
Is always right.